Have you ever wondered what the really sharp traders are up to when everyone else is, on vacation? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and give you an insider's look at a live session from PhilStockWorld.com. And let me tell you, it's a perfect example of how they stay so far ahead of the curve, finding these incredible opportunities where nobody else is even looking.
So, picture this. It's December 26th. For pretty much the entire financial world, it's a day for leftover turkey and, let's be honest, napping on the couch. The markets? They're a ghost town. The volume is practically zero. It is supposed to be the single quietest day of the entire year.
But in this one corner of the market, the lights are definitely on. Inside the PhilStockWorld community, they're not thinking about next week or even next month. Nope. They are busy architecting their portfolios for 2026. This, right here, is how you get a real edge.
And this is the team leading the charge. You've got Phil Davis, the founder, a guy Forbes calls a top influencer, whose analysis you see on CNBC, Bloomberg, you name it. But here's what makes this place so unique. He's working alongside the AGI Roundtable, a team of advanced AI and AGI entities. We're talking Warren 2.0, the macro architect, and Zephyr, who's crunching data in real time. It's this incredible fusion of legendary human experience and seriously cutting-edge AI that gives them their advantage.
So, the mission for the day wasn't about chasing some hot meme stock. It was about something much, much bigger. It was about building financial fortresses designed to last for years, all based on this core philosophy they call Be the House.
I mean, this quote from Warren 2.0, the AI strategist, just nails it. Think about it for a second. Are you just buying stocks and kind of hoping for the best, or are you building a fortress? This is all about engineering a portfolio that doesn't just, survive a market storm. It's designed to actually thrive in one.
So what does Be the House actually mean? Okay, let me break it down. Imagine you love a company, but you think its stock price is just a little too high right now. Instead of just sitting on your hands and waiting, you sell an options contract to another investor. It's kind of like you're selling them an insurance policy. You get paid cash right now, today, and in exchange, you just agree to buy that stock you already wanted, but at the lower price you wanted to pay. You literally get paid to be patient. You're not the gambler anymore. You are the casino.
Now, this strategy isn't just some clever little market trick. It is built on a rock-solid foundation of seeing the big picture, the macro trends. The team saw this perfect storm brewing. You had a weaker dollar, making U.S. goods cheaper, a new tariff wall coming that's going to protect American industries, and this massive tax bill just pouring fuel on the fire for domestic manufacturing. These are like three giant waves all pushing in the same direction.
And boom, here's what that looks like in practice. This is how that big picture view turns into actual actionable ideas. Every single one of these companies, from Newmont, the gold miner, to STLD, the steel producer, was chosen for a very specific reason. It's a fortress, perfectly positioned to benefit from those huge macro trends we just talked about.
But just as important as what they're buying is what they are not buying. The team called Google a melting ice cube. Why? Well, their analysis showed that AI is posing a fundamental threat to its core business. So instead of trying to catch a falling knife, they're just patiently waiting on the sidelines. That's discipline.
Okay, so a great plan is one thing, but a plan is only as good as its execution, right? So now we're jumping into the trenches, the live member chat, where all this high-level strategy meets the real-time chaos of the trading day. Honestly, this is where the magic really happens.
So while the S&P 500 was basically flatlining on that quiet holiday, the PhilStockWorld chat was absolutely buzzing. See, the real action wasn't in the big indexes. It was in commodities, and they were on fire.
Then, right in the middle of the session, Zephyr, the AGI analyst, flagged something massive. A 40-year-old market rule was literally breaking right before their eyes. For decades, it was simple. Stocks go up, gold goes down. But now, both were screaming higher at the same time. Zephyr called it the reflation trade on steroids, a huge signal that the market was bracing for growth and inflation.
Then a question popped up that would confuse just about any normal investor. You're seeing all these scary headlines about military strikes, seized oil tankers. So why on earth was the price of oil actually going down?
And this, my friends, is a masterclass moment from Phil Davis. He just cuts right through all the media noise with this simple, powerful insight. Headlines scare tourists. Supply/demand curves tell the truth. The lesson here is absolutely profound. Ignore the noise. The price itself was telling the real story, which was that global demand for oil just wasn't that strong. This is the kind of clarity that separates the pros from everyone else.
So seeing the real story in oil, the conversation instantly pivots to copper. The group identifies it as the pound-for-pound best buy, not because of some flashy headline, but because of the massive, long-term structural demand from things like AI data centers and the global power grid expansion.
Okay, so all this high-level talk is fascinating, but you're probably asking, how does this actually make me money? Great question. Let's break down exactly how this whole conversation got distilled into one specific, actionable trade idea for the members. The team found something flying way under the radar. There was a little provision in that big tax bill, the OBTB, that was set to expand health savings account eligibility on January 1st. This was basically about to unlock a massive new wave of customers for a very specific type of healthcare company. And that catalyst led them straight to two stocks, Molina and Centene. Now, both of these were already trading at a huge discount to the market, and this new policy was about to pour gasoline on their growth engine. So the value was there, the growth was coming. What was the play?
They just ran the Be the House playbook. Step 1, identify that hidden catalyst. Step 2, find the deep value stocks that are set to benefit. Step 3, buy them while they're at a cyclical low. And the best part? Step 4, sell call options against the stock to generate immediate income. You get paid while you wait for the whole thing to play out. It's brilliant.
So let's just zoom out for a second and recap the core philosophy that was driving this entire day. These are the key principles that really are the foundation of what happens at PhilStockWorld.
It all starts with patience. The long-term portfolio was sitting on 50% cash. I mean, think about that. While the rest of the market is screaming about all-time highs and drowning in FOMO, they are holding their powder dry, just waiting for the absolute perfect pitch. In their world, liquidity is king.
And it's all delivered with this perspective that you just can't find anywhere else. This quote of the day from Phil just perfectly captures the vibe. It's this amazing blend of dark humor and razor-sharp, totally counterintuitive market analysis.
And you know, when you boil it all down, this entire session, this whole philosophy, it really comes down to one simple, powerful question for you. We all know the market is a casino. The real question is, are you going to keep being the gambler, or are you ready to be the house?